Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
What we need now is information. The question is, where to find it?
Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get much out of them myself. Airs are not heeded. What hope have we?
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Please, don't tell nobody what I said about exploring those vaults.
It is my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue. It is my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue.
Was I lacking in devotion? Where could Mel? Perhaps you could try asking the other children.
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming. But ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
Got to sell off what I can while I'm in town.
This makes my hair stand on end. True force must come from the spirit. I'll treat myself to a tipple of...
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
Any loose coin about? Enough to make me rich.
Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
Making our report ought to be our next priority.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly.
This place gives me an ill feeling.
I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
It is hard to find my footing in this darkness.
Profitable together.
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your eyes peeled.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick? You'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
Let us endeavor to keep pace with our guide.
Indeed, you are correct.
Now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Over here! Come look!
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
Indeed, you are correct.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work.
support. Here you are, sir.
Go on, take it. Wish I had someone to talk to.
fester in the people's hearts. Coming to encourage.
Let me get that.
Not come.
Tisn't worthless, but that's as much as I can say for it.
Rarely have I felt so empty. safe here.
May help I'll treat myself to a tipple before bed.
There's no telling what will happen if I linger here.
Yes, Master.
I sleep on my woe, may have their
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
Such quietude is a blessing.
My shift's done. I'm off to the tavern.
Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosities? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
I'd rather not draw steel if I can.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
This should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
I'm dead on my feet.
Best take it easy today. My knees are acting up.
With a ferry stone in hand, we can travel wheresoever we please.
'Tis not an item to be squandered.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Well met, sir. Fancy a gap
To the chest. I shall take a look inside.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
What should I get up to today? Well met.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security, so pray, Slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Seems I've caught someone's eye.
I'd fight better.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. It seems Magistrate Waldhar has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts.
Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. We have reached our destination.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
True enough.
You! Would that all my days were so...
I've little enough gold to spend as 'tis.
I'd sooner stay out of the left where possible.
Shall we get some rest then?
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust.
sure what's best. You've got them right where you want them.
Encountering this foe here is a most unwelcome surprise.
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you were keener wit than that. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found me out. So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was there? Let's get this over with then.
Trusting yourself as I trust you.
Heavens, Fen.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master story.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. North of Vermund is our curious tale staged.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand. The Oscar.
Lots of people pass by here.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
'Tis worth considering, if we've the time.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. That's it. I've had enough. Clear off. And don't come back till you're ready to do business properly.
But I've got the coin, I swear it. I simply just...
Where is it then, eh? Bring the coin, all of it, or I'll call the sentinels on you again. Are we clear?
'Tis uncommon for a lad of his age to be unable to shop on his own. Mayhap we ought to lend him a hand, master.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to ask of you. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. A trinket in yon shop caught my eye. A small, ornate box of exceptional craftsmanship. Alas, 'twould seem I do not have the coin on hand to purchase it. I can certainly procure the gold later, but by then, the box might be gone. If you'd be kind enough to lend me the amount I need, I would repay every last coin. Yes? Is there aught I can do for you? Or could it be that you've reconsidered my request? You bought it for me. Thank you. I'll treasure this. You're a kind soul. Pray, let me return the favor someday.
He seems a young man of decent character. I believe his promise to repay your kindness was a genuine one.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. Should my tale entertain